Well, the Bachelorette is done and sweater weather is swiftly approaching, which of course means it's time to bust out the bathing suits for Bachelor in Paradise. And with the finale of Rachel and Gabby's season, we got yet another preview to break down. So let's get out our magnifying glasses and mimosas and see what we can sleuth out this time as more cast members arrive on the Paradise Beach. And as per usual with these videos, please, no posting any outright spoilers in the comment section below unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the original preview is in the description.
Viva la Mexico, baby!
Summer is just getting started.
When I saw her twerk, I knew. That's when I knew.
And it's about to get a whole lot hotter.
Oh my god.
He had so many abs, he made me black out.
Okay, pause. Looks like Shocked Pikachu is gonna be working overtime this season. So right off the bat, we're getting a look at some of the new cast members. Here in this opening shot, we can add Aaron's BFF James to the beach, and if we go a little further along, we can also see Pizza Peter. You know, this guy.
Buongiorno, principessa!
Rest in pizza.
Can't wait. Now apparently, this cast is going to be one of the biggest ever. Maybe with the new twist this season, they're able to fit more people in. But we'll get more details on that as the preview goes along, so let's keep this moving.
Wilder
I can't say I've gotten a girl this wet. This is new.
Whatever you say, Daddy.
and weirder.
Oh my god! What is it? Sally's vibrator. Turn it off!
Okay, pausing once again to point out that the name Sally they mention here is indeed Runaway Bride Sally from Clayton's season. This was also something brought up during the first look preview. Now, as we go along, we're going to be introduced to more and more contestants, some of which will be hard to identify, at least at this point. In some instances, it's just because their face is covered, or we don't get a good angle of them. However, for others, it may be because they're not from any season we've seen before. Like, back in this twerking shot, who is this? Hello? Well, there might be a good explanation that we'll get into in due time. So keep that in mind as we continue along.
The funnest show on TV is back.
So loose.
Why'd you call me Louis?
I said loose.
That's not my name! It is very hard to juggle two men at once. I've never done that before.
There's love triangles all over this place. It's like Geometry Beach.
Alright, now here we're getting a look at more couples, including what the preview implies to be a love triangle with Genevieve and Aaron, and then also with Justin. Then James with Shanae, Shanae with Logan, Logan with Luce.
That's not my name!
And it seems as though a lot of people are exploring with one person and then hopping over to another. Kinda feels like I'm playing 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon here. Like, Lace here was on Celebrity Family Feud with Steve Harvey was in Racing Stripes with Dustin Hoffman, and Dustin Hoffman was in Sleepers with Kevin Bacon. Pretty wild that Lace only has a Bacon number of 3, and now everyone else on the show is at least 4 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. Which really is the important information I was looking for. But we've gone off track now, so let's get back to the preview.
It's getting messy on this beach, bro. Like,
So what could possibly go wrong?
I wanna go home. I'm done. Dude, I just saw them kiss.
I can't juggle like 2 relationships. I feel so unwanted.
So before we get more into the drama section of the preview that includes Aaron apparently upset that Brandon and Serene are kissing, which, as we discussed in the last breakdown, is a total fake-out, before we get into all that, we do get a few more cast members to add to the list of Shanae's romances. Like Tyler here, who we did sleuth out was a part of the cast before, and now also Olu from Michelle's season. And there is a lot of Shanae with a lot of guys in these previews. Guess that means we'll be seeing a lot of screen time for her. Great. Moving on.
I gave you everything I had left to give.
I feel so betrayed right now. It's so hard to find love. I don't get it.
I can't keep seeing all my friends go through this. It's too much.
Alright, pausing here because this looks pretty interesting. Now, if they hadn't put in the audio of Brandon saying, "I can't keep seeing all my friends go through this, it's too much," I might have thought that this could be a potential end of the show breakup. Now, if you haven't seen the first look preview, Brandon from Michelle's season and Serene from Clayton's look to be one of the big couples this time around. And how Paradise works is once you make it to the end, you must decide if you want to commit to the person you're with, go on to fantasy suites and a potential engagement, or you decide if you want to leave paradise that day. Sometimes people leave as a less serious couple, but more often we see a conga line of devastating breakups as one couple after another splits up to leave paradise single. I wonder if that's what Brandon is talking about here, seeing a bunch of his friends leave brokenhearted all in one day. And while we're here, I also want to point out Brandon's wrist. One of the things we saw at the end of the first look preview was this engagement shot, and I pointed out this bracelet as an identifying marker for who this might be. And with Brandon's cast photo having a similar looking bracelet, plus this endgame looking shot with him and Serene also including the bracelet, it's looking more and more likely that this is a match. Especially when we already know that these two seem to be one of the main couples that the show is highlighting in these previews. Other than that, there's also a small bit with Andrew S. looking upset, followed by him saying, "I gave you everything I had left to give." Take note of this shot and what Andrew is wearing because we'll see it later on, and I have a suspicion as to who he's talking to in this moment. So, let's continue.
You have been acting weird and shady.
No.
You're already upset.
I didn't say the word upset.
You look upset now.
I'm so sorry.
I want to leave.
I can't. My heart broke like twice in like less than like a day.
And the drama continues with multiple arguments and a whole bunch of tears. And with Eliza here saying her heart broke like twice in like less than a day, I wonder if she's talking about both Justin and Rodney. Right now, that's all we can assume, as we've really only seen Eliza on 2 dates going back to the last preview. Here with Justin, and then here with Rodney. Maybe it works out with none of them, especially when you consider Eliza's outfit here with the 2-part shoulder strap matches the one right here where she's crying. Here's the same 2-part strap, as you can see the little gap in between. Then we also get a feud with Kira and Jill. We know that Kira and Casey have something going on, and Jill and Jacob do too, at least early on. So maybe this involves one of them with one of those guys. After that, there's trouble in paradise with Aaron and Genevieve. Maybe this has to do with Aaron seeing her kiss someone like was teased earlier, maybe her and Justin. And finally we have Mara and Brandon in an emotional moment, but we can't confirm that these two are actually talking to each other in this shot. So this could easily be a fake out. But let's keep the drama train rolling.
Hey, Jill.
No, bye. I already wasted my time. I'm not even gonna talk to you.
You want to go toe-to-toe with me? See what happens, bitch. Hey, whoa. Oh my god.
And here's the same medical emergency they teased in the first preview, where it appears as though Casey has had something happen and he's fallen down. Otherwise, a lot of this section was covered in the last preview breakdown for Paradise, except for one thing in this shot. This woman with Jasenia right here. Now, I thought I had recognized her before, but I couldn't pin down who this was. However, in the next section, we get a much better look as to who this is and where they're from.
And a shocking twist divides the beach.
Your relationships are now going to be put to the test. Everything is about to change.
Oh my god.
Yes, new women will be arriving in a Paradise twist. So as you can see, some couples seem to have already been established here, and it's at that point Jesse brings in new women. Jasenia from Matt James's season, Sarah, Kate, and Eliza from Clayton's, but this second lady is not from any season at all, at least not any American season. This right here is a woman named Florence from Bachelor in Paradise Australia and The Bachelor Australia Season 5. So as I said before, if there are people about that we might not be able to recognize, they might be from the Bachelor Australia franchise. This introduction could also be why this season's cast might be the biggest ever. But what is this twist Jesse's talking about? Well, he's got more details on it right ahead.
Ladies, go pack your bags. You'll be leaving Paradise immediately.
Are you kidding me? This is insane.
It's just stupid.
Just mad. I'm sick of being broke like a bear every day.
The girls are gonna come back, and some relationships are gonna make it, and some are not.
So the original cast of ladies will be packing their bags and departing to another location, while new women come in to hang out with the men in a sort of Casa Amor style twist. They'll then be coming back and chaos will ensue as new relationships might have formed while they were away. Now this is obviously going to be very upsetting for the ladies, but I bet you the same thing is going to happen to the guys later on. Alright though, let's now just say a quick FU to Jesse Palmer and then move into the romance section of the preview.
But for some couples, everything goes right.
Oh my god!
I felt numb, and you're bringing me back to life.
Okay, quick pause to point out the couples here, starting with more Brandon and Serene, Justin and Eliza, but as we mentioned earlier, that could be in trouble, and lastly, Michael A. from Katie's season and Sierra from Clayton's. Though in the last preview breakdown, we sleuthed out a much different ending for Michael that involves someone a bit more his age, Danielle M., who you might remember from Nick's season of The Bachelor and Paradise Season 4. Check out the first look breakdown for the details on that. Moving on.
I want you to be mine, so do you feel that way too?
I do.
He's so great. He really is. I'm like gonna cry because I'm so happy.
And pause. Yep, Rachel has arrived in Paradise. But don't go thinking she'll be there as a contestant. First off, the scheduling would be pretty impossible here, considering she was probably still with Tino when this was filming. More likely she has arrived to say hello, maybe lead some kind of talk with the ladies to give advice or host a date, and more importantly for production, her presence may cause a stir considering a few of the men she's dated will be there. Mainly I'm thinking Tyler, considering everything that went down during his hometown. And maybe that's who she's talking about when she says he's a great guy. Even though she's sitting with Genevieve right here. Could be tricky editing too. But alright, that was a quick dip into the romance, let's get back to the chaos.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
It's Paradise's first threesome.
It's the most shocking.
This bitch is out her mind.
Don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to Jill's antics. But in this section, we see Kira talking about Paradise's first threesome, and then here, she's in something that the YouTube bot is making me censor. It's essentially Kira wearing nothing but 3 of these leaves. And I wonder if this is for Jacob, because last preview breakdown we had a censored Jacob arriving, which implies he's coming in with nothing on. However, a Paradise cast photo released on the official Bachelor in Paradise Twitter page shows that he actually arrived wearing one of these leaves. Sorta like the one he wore on this group date during Rachel and Gabby's season, but I can't show you any of it or YouTube will smite me down. So maybe here she's doing the same for Jacob. It's also possible she took inspiration from that and is doing this for someone else like Casey. Now the other shot from this section that I want to talk about is this one. A boy band kind of dance routine done by the men that seems to include Tyler and Andrew S. Where Andrew S is wearing the same outfit we saw him in here, where he says, "I gave you everything I had left to give." I think he might be talking to Brittany here, who we did see him with earlier. But let's keep going.
Sexy.
You're so hot.
You're hot.
You're hot.
You're hot.
Mwah.
And funniest season in Bachelor history.
You look great. You look great.
Who will find love?
I look at you and I see she's your mother, my kids.
Who will leave brokenhearted?
Okay, so here we've got Mara upset. Again, she does not look to be having a good time in Paradise. Then we have Logan and Sarah. Ashley I and Jared are here to host some kind of something. Jacob is with Shanae. Andrew S is with NC, an early elimination from Clayton's season, and Eliza is with Rodney again. But this is pretty much all footage we've talked about before, and we're at the end of the preview, so let's finish this thing off.
Why do we need to make this a thing when it's not?
Who will get engaged?
I love you.
Oh my god.
Find out starting Tuesday, September 27th on the season premiere of Bachelor in Paradise.
And there it is. 3 engagements finish off this preview. Same as the preview before. However, if you watched the last preview breakdown, you might notice that one of the engagement shots is different. The one with the bracelet and this one both remain the same, but last time, instead of this shot, we got this one that we noted was a fake out and was actually from season 6 of Bachelor in Paradise, with Chris Bukowski proposing to Katie Morton. And now, in this preview, they've done it again, as this proposal is also from Paradise season 6, but this time it's with Dylan proposing proposing to Hannah G. So, another fake out. But this proposal and this proposal, however, look to be from this upcoming season. And this time here, we've got yet another bracelet to look out for. One that you know I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for, as we now have our first clue as to who else might be getting engaged in Paradise. So that's it for this preseason preview breakdown for Bachelor in Paradise. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more, as the new season is just a few days away, and there will be recaps and more preview breakdowns to come. So, until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
When I saw her twerk, I knew. That's when I knew.